This is Ellie, and today we're talking about, will Pope Leo XIV be Francis II? Now we know Pope Francis was very liberal in many of his views, and he did make changes as far as putting in many liberal cardinals and demoting the traditional cardinals. Now I want you to look here on the Tomb of Guadalupe. I've discovered that the Tomb of Guadalupe has much information about our future. I found that the two mantles, the exterior star mantle, represents where Antichrist and Antipope are, and the interior mantle represent the remnant. And according to the Tomb of Guadalupe, we have the constellation Leo, and it appears in the year 2031. Although Pope Leo XIV was elected this year in 2025, his constellation does not appear on the tomb in the interior, which represents the remnant, until 2031, which is the 500th anniversary of Our Lady of Guadalupe. There's significance with that, because I believe that Pope Leo XIV will be the Pope for the warning, and because of he's 69 years of age, so he's going to see a great deal of time pass by. He could live up for another 30 years, which would be the time period of the era of peace. But we have to look at what's going on in the church, what's going on in the world. We're not going to have the era of peace until the warning comes, because there's so much conflict and division. I want you just to look at this. You can see here the constellation map. Draco and Hydra are on the outside of the tilma. They represent the year 2066, according to the tilma and what I have found. Leo, his constellation appears, even though he was elected in 2025, it appears in 2031, the 500th anniversary of Our Lady of Guadalupe. That's significant. And the 46th star represents Biden, I believe. It represents the time period 2024. So there's 2024, 2031, 2066 with the Antipope and Antichrist. So this is significant, these time periods. Although you know that God can change all of this. He can extend things, he can lengthen things. But Leo's constellation in the center, representing the remnant, because the interior mantle is where the kingdom of heaven is, where the heart is, represents Leo. Leo the lion. And there's also Virgo, which the constellation in the interior mantle representing the Virgin. If you've noticed, Pope Leo XIV has a strong devotion to Our Lady. So this is a good sign, and with his constellation there and the interior mantle, he may definitely be the one that goes through the warning. And we do, in my next videos, I'll be showing you who the enemies are, which include Russia, which includes Iran, which includes China, which includes North Korea. And these are the ones that will cause the chaos and will bring us to the warning. Specifically, Iran will be the one with Russia causing all the chaos. So here in this illustration, you can see that we have the last 117 years. This was the time period, I believe, of when the church, according to Pope Leo's vision, it started with Pope Leo's death in 1903. Those are the gamma. We have the tau, the gamma, and the two epsilons, which represent the years 1903 to 2020. It began with Pope Leo XIII's death to the reign of Pope Francis, and this shows how the church has begin to drift away from tradition. It's been over 117 years. Well, now with Pope Leo XIV, I believe we're going towards a time period now of great revival. And after the great revival, there'll be a period of peace. Then after that short era of peace, Antichrist will come, whose name is Famat, which means darkness and understanding. But I want to emphasize that the seasons, the constellations, are represented in seasons. So in short, 1903 to 2020 were the last 117 years, the end of an era, the end of the drifting of the church. And now, with 2025, we have Pope Leo XIV, and we are headed towards 2066 when Antichrist Famat arises. Each of these constellations represent time periods. So 2024, after a period of almost 4 years past 2020, represents the fall constellations. 2025 is the winter constellations. 2026 to 2031 are spring for illumination. And then the summer constellations represent 2066 with the coming of Antichrist, because Antichrist will come in the summer. He will arise in a summer period in 2066 to the Jewish nation first, and according to the Talmud, will gain power with the antipope of Lebanon, the sons of Dan. Because remember, Antichrist is Syrian Jewish according to Dan, the snake, the region, and antipope will be Lebanese according to nationality of the sons of Dan, according to the Bible in 2066.